was pretty ridiculous after that.
Went to the bathroom at TK and I was like, oh, the score's different.
Yeah, it was a game we watched down at Orange.
Yeah.
I went to Orange County on Memorial Day. It was pretty dead, but
Oh, yeah?
there was some guy bought him them. It sucks.
Everyone's out of town, that's why.
Yeah.
Pool,
Yeah, it's a holiday. It's
600.
kind of weird like that.
Awesome.
All right, so we have Hardheaded Productions, episode 18 we're doing right now. We have
Brandon?
and
Ellis.
myself, John, back, all three of us together for the first time in a couple weeks. We had some time off, and then Brandon, you're taking you're going on to a trip in a couple of weeks?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, well, what do you want to get into? We haven't talked about some stuff in a while.
Well,
Obviously, there's been some terror attacks. There's been some Trump stuff. Comey's testifying tomorrow, I think.
yeah.
Or no,
Thursday.
Wednesday.
oh, that's okay.
Oh, Wednesday or Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometime this week.
Right. Kathy Griffin got in trouble. Well, and then Bill Moore.
Bill Maher, yeah.
Okay.
I brought this up to Ellis the other night, and he hadn't really heard what happened yet, so I wanted to bring that up here.
Let's talk about it then.
Yeah.
So
What did he say?
he said he's a house nigga.
Well, say okay.
Okay.
So he was talking to. So you guys said the whole story. So he was talking to a Republican senator, I think, from Nebraska.
Yep.
And that senator said to him, "Hey, we would like to have you in Nebraska and have you work in the field, so you know what it's like to be a farmer and things like that." Was he the take he was taking on it? Like, let you come out and actually get your hands dirty and work and know what it's like to be a working man. And Bill Maher goes, like sarcastically, he kind of goes, "Work in the field." He goes, "I'm sorry, I'm a
House nigga.
yeah."
And it was mixed reactions. I thought it was funny because how he set him up. That was a public walking through that. So I didn't get mad or offended. I thought it was funny. And once again, he got a lot of crap from both sides. And so he apologized. And HBO is not going to cancel the show or anything. He's going to still air. So I had nothing. I don't think I was offensive like at all. The black guy, I thought that was funny. Because he didn't cross the line. He didn't say the nigga. Or, he didn't cross the line. It was a joke. And it was he walked right into it. So he spun it around. I thought it was funny.
See, I heard somebody explained that to me that he did say it with an R, not with just an A ending or something like that. But I don't know, Ellis. What do you think? 'Cause we talked about it a little bit on Saturday, but
There's a history, and if you go on YouTube, there's an old Malcolm X speech, and he explains the difference between a house nigger and a field nigger. And, the house nigger is the one that, I live in the house here with the master in the attic or in the basement, and this is great. And he eats the hand-me-downs and wears the hand-me-down clothes and thinks this is great. The field Negro wants to escape.
yeah,
Wants to get out of there, as soon as possible and do anything he can to get out of there. It's a mindset thing.
yeah.
So that's why it can be viewed as offensive. He probably didn't mean it to be offensive, but he might not know the history behind the statement.
Oh, for sure, there's a difference. I mean, it's in any class system, whether obviously slave systems, it is a way of class system. But in any system of, from upper class to lower class, there is a level of the bigger the house you live in, the more of a respectable place you have in that. I mean, the slaves that were in the houses, they were fed better. They were actually read to. They were educated. They actually helped educate the white children sometimes and nanny them and things like that. So different jobs. They were different. They weren't as manual labor intensive.
The cooking and
So
whatnot.
this goes back to the Asian thing, and we've talked. I don't know if we had this conversation. I had this conversation with an Asian female friend recently that the Asian class works the same way. Like if you see Chinese people, the reason they want to wear like the masks and the arm sleeves and things like that is to keep their skin as pale as possible. Because a paler skinned person doesn't do sunshine day labor type stuff. They're not working in the fields. A dark skinned Chinese person, they're just a laborer. They just work in the fields, and that's a lower class to them. A person who is paler skinned is a fairer, and therefore in their society a higher level of person, basically. So that's been a history of things right there. So I do think that I think it is an offensive statement.
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah, him not knowing the history, or he might know the history. He's actually a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
But I think he did it again. And as soon as he said it, he goes, "It's a joke. It's a joke. Like let it all go." And stuff like that. So
I actually like him. I actually like him as a entertainer and everything.
I think
I watch his shows.
Yeah, he's definitely out there on some things, but he's definitely speaks up for his for free speech and things like that. So I don't have a problem with that at all. The Kathy Gifford thing is the same thing. I mean, she just did something stupid and outrageous, she's protected under the Second Amendment to do that. Is it wise? Should she be investigated now by the FBI and Secret Service? I don't know. Is she unhinged? Who knows? People try to complain or make the statement that what she did was the same as what Ted Nugent did,
right,
or what other people have done. But we on your Facebook, Brandon, we talked about this as far as she has a much greater reach than some hillbilly in Arkansas that hung a thing that hung Obama.
Right.
Like that, nobody talked about that because nobody's affected by that case, and nobody. But was he probably investigated by the Secret Service? Yeah, probably. Should Kathy Gifford be doing this? Be investigated? Probably.
Okay.
Because if she is that outraged to the president and basically wants him to die in a way, and she's said that before, how do we know she's not going to hire somebody to try to take a shot at the president or do something?
Yeah.
How do we know she's not going to snap?
Right.
So maybe she does need to be investigated.
Okay. So you think like Marilyn Manson, Snoop Dogg, War, same thing, all investigated? Because they did the same thing with the decapitated head of Trump's.
Well, and Snoop Dogg actually took a shot at a clown up, and I do.
Yeah.
I think that free speech is not without consequences. It's not completely free.
Yeah, it's
you're
not.
free to do what you want, but there are consequences for what you say.
Yep,
you cannot yell fire in a crowded theater. If somebody gets hurt, that your speech now is held liable.
Yep.
If you're causing damage by your speech, you're held liable.
Right.
So the whole story though about like Barron Trump being offended by that or scared, I'm like whatever. I don't buy that at all either.
Okay.
But the fact that she did it is nuts. She might inspire somebody to go take a shot at the president or go do something crazy like that. So I just don't. I don't know.
Well, it's like when Ice-T did the song "Cop Killer." He got hell for that.
NWA too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really hurt his career, didn't it? He ended up playing a cop on movies and TV for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. But yeah, there's a I don't know. There are consequences for speech.
Yep.
Free speech is not free of consequences. It is free to say whatever you want, but I don't know. I think it's stupid. I think it was all planned by her too. I think that was just a stunt.
Right.
It was, when they're talking about, we're gonna have to go to Mexico, we're gonna get deported, we're gonna, this and that and the other thing, and the way she set it up, and what has she done anyway? Her television show, the last show she was on TV was 4 years ago.
Right.
She did the CNN thing with Anderson Cooper. She did that one time. New Year's Eve is all she did. So they fired her for one day's worth of work. She probably made what, $50,000 for that, $75,000 for that one night, anyways. So what? She's an irrelevant person.
Yeah.
I mean, and she calls herself a comedian. Really? When's the last time you saw her on doing stand up or a Netflix special or a Comedy Central something?
It's been a while.
Other than like a roast or something, probably she might have been on. Yeah, she's a nobody, man. She had she was not even an A celebrity. Her whole thing was called the D list or something.
Yeah,
like she was a D celebrity is what she was calling herself or whatever it was. I mean, she's not. It's just she's irrelevant.
Okay.
It's her just trying to make her name in the media again. I think.
All right.
I don't know. I think they have the right to do it, but you also have the right to people now not hire you and separate themselves from you.
Yeah.
The same thing with Ted Nugent said. What Ted Nugent said was in 2012, he made the comment that if Barack Obama gets reelected, that he will either be dead or in prison.
Yeah.
So what, and how is that equation to what Kathy Lee Gifford did?
Well, the same thing. Like, why would he say you'd be dead for? Like, we could kill yourself or in prison. Why are you being in prison for? Like, it's same
because
thing.
He has spoken out against the president.
Right, yeah.
And he thinks the president will then imprison him for his words and actions.
Okay, that's pretty stupid. Like, to
But
me,
the
I think
same people do that to Donald Trump. They said when he's going to start imprisoning all Muslims and he hates black people and gays and he's going to imprison them. And he's going to do this.
Yeah.
He's going to ban them and imprison all these people. Okay. Yeah, he's not doing that.
Right.
Just like President Obama didn't go after and imprison
and they
Ted
take the
Nugent.
guns.
Exactly. Ted Nugent had more of he was more of a threat to Obama if he wanted to be than Kathy Gifford by herself is to Trump.
Yes, big time.
But what he said is, I'll either be dead or in prison. He was just making that to me is a stupid joke, a stupid comment about the president's overpower and reach of overpower.
Okay, but
he wasn't threatening the president in that. He wasn't saying, I'm going to go try to assassinate the president, and either I'm going to get killed or in prison for doing it.
Okay.
He didn't say that.
No.
So if he said that full sentence, then yes, I think it would more equate. But he didn't. He goes, I'm either going to be dead or in prison. Meaning, and I think he meant that Obama was going to come after him because he wasn't going to turn in his guns, and he was going to keep his guns. And if Obama made guns illegal, he would then be a felon in control of his guns in his possession.
Okay.
And therefore, he would get thrown in prison, or he would die protecting his right to own guns. I think that's the take he was coming from it from. He wasn't threatening the president. He didn't hold up a severed, bloodied, terrorist-style beheading head.
Right.
Like how disrespectful is that to people who have actually been beheaded by terrorists?
Stuff. Yeah.
Daniel Pearl, things like that. I mean, you know. So the fact that Kathy Gifford did that is not Kathy Lee Gifford.
Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin. Kathy Lee Gifford's a completely other person.
She's like, what did I do?
Yeah. So whatever the redheaded comedian's name is. Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin.
She's
not that funny.
No, she's never been that funny. It's funny to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hairstyle. That's a crime.
Peggy Bundy. That's what it looked like.
She's the female Carrot Top.
Oh, there you go.
He's irrelevant too. What's the last? He has a show in Vegas.
Yeah.
And dude, have you seen him lately?
No.
He's roided out. He's roided out for the last 10 years. He's ripped to shreds, dude.
Wow.
He is ripped.
Okay.
Let me see if I can pull up a picture real quick of him just to show you.
He was on Joey
ripped.
Joey Fatone's
Fat one.
Yeah, fat one.
Okay.
He was on his cooking show.
Oh yeah.
He was all buffed out.
Dude, he's ripped.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks strange.
Vegas does do you, man.
No, he did it because he's always been like a small kind of guy and stuff.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to get ripped.
Wow.
This is a bad picture, but
let's see.
well, any picture of him is actually a bad picture, but
man,
dude, he's getting old too. He's had so much plastic surgery. Like, look at his face there, dude.
Oh, that's
he's so old and full of plastic surgery. It's crazy now, dude.
That is wow. That looks scary.
But look,
oh dang,
he got ripped.
Yeah. Wow,
he hit the bench hard.
He got ripped quick.
He went hard on the steroids, dude.
Yeah,
dude, he went hard on the steroids, man.
That's crazy.
That's why his face looks like all crazy, probably like that too.
Start breaking out and everything.
What?
But he's showing off his abs here, dude. Like he's just went fitness nut.
Wow.
He's like the redheaded Richard Simmons now. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's ripped, dude.
Oh,
here's a good shot with him actually lifting.
Okay.
Dude, he went
wow.
full on.
That's dedication and steroids and
Yeah. But that other picture of his face, you're just like, what the hell, dude? Like,
his wife's kind of hot. They got a nice house on the lake and everything.
Oh really?
Oh really?
Yeah, he did pretty good in that part.
Nice.
He likes women. Wife. Look at his wife, Carrot Top wife.
See.
If they're still married at the time, when I saw the video or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, is that a blonde girl? She's smoking hot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see it.
Yeah, she kind of looks like that girl from that.
Yeah. Looks like. She's hot. Yeah.
She's way too thin for you, Brandon.
Yeah, I know. Way too skinny, and too flat.
All right. Amanda, something I think it's her name is.
Yeah, I forgot what she does. It's
Amanda Hug and Kiss. Yeah, but yeah, he went full workout, dude. Full steroids, full whatever. But yeah. So yeah, that's Kathy Lee Gifford's like the female version of
Griffin.
him. Whatever.
Oh.
One of them should change their name.
Yeah.
Speaking of celebrities, I had a topic I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Lately we've had some celebrity break-ins. High value break-ins. Derek Fisher's house got broken into. I think Nick Young's, and some singers and actors.
LeVar Ball.
Yeah, LeVar Ball. Yeah, he's a celebrity now.
And then,
it or not.
And then this one guy that's dating one of the Kardashians' house gets broken into, and I'm like, I don't remember the guy's name. Okay. I'm like, this is not a celebrity. I'm like, we've lowered our standards over the last years of what we call a celebrity. And it's just, I don't know, just my thoughts on it is like, when I hear, a celebrity break in, it's like, they stole some Super Bowl rings or a Grammy or an Oscar or something. It's like, this guy is like not in that category.
Huh. Well, I think, I think we have lowered our standards for who a celebrity is now. Mm-hmm. But we've done it to ourselves because social media has a big impact on that.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
People are getting famous for Instagram. Like, it's Instagram idol Jen Jackson from Mississippi. She's hot and she's like 10,000 followers, It's a smart business move. All you just post selfies of yourself. But you're asking for it, though.
Yeah.
So that's like I never, once in a while I tag myself in places, but other than that, we don't do that. And I don't have an Instagram either, so.
And I can't think of this guy's name for the life of me. But he dates one of the sisters that are Not Kim, of course, not Chloe, the other sister.
The Kylie and Kendall, whatever her name is.
Maybe I don't know, but
or what's the other sister? Courtney.
Courtney, Kim, Chloe, Kylie, and there's one more. Courtney, Kim,
Chloe.
I think it's Courtney's boyfriend or whatever it is, and celebrity break-in. I'm like
the one that she had the kids with.
I think so.
Oh,
I don't know what the guy does.
He was on the show. I don't know what he does.
Yeah,
I think it's real estate. Yeah,
I don't know what he does, dude.
No, it was a nice house and all. It was a high dollar break-in, but it was like
Scott something.
Scott
Discus. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her husband.
okay.
Yeah. Scott Discus. It was her husband, and he's the father of. I think she has 2 kids with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I'm watching the
So
news.
he was always on that show.
Yeah.
So he kind of is more of a celebrity than probably some other people. But yeah, he's just still a nobody.
compared to Robert De
They're all
Niro or
nobodies.
somebody.
Yeah, there are nobodies. Yeah, OJ.
That whole family.
that
Yeah.
up.
Okay. So here's the thing. That family got popular because they knew OJ,
Yep.
and the father represented him at his trial.
Mm-hmm.
Then they separated. He actually died.
Yeah.
And the wife is what's her name?
Kris Jenner.
Kris
Kris
Jenner.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
Chris ended up marrying Bruce Jenner, who was a man at the time and was a
See what
Olympic
Olympic hero.
hero for he won 5 or 6 gold medals and he won the triathlon or something
Won
like
the
that.
decathlon.
Wheaties box.
Wheaties box. Like he was the man back in the day. And well,
The ultimate competition, he wins it.
yeah. And then so she married him because she was attracted to power and
Money.
men with money and things like that and stuff like that. So that's how that happened. And he basically raised those 3 girls after their dad, Rob Kardashian, died. Oh, and they have a son, Rob Jr.
Yeah.
The only one that doesn't have a K in their name.
Right.
And then she had the 2 other kids, the Kylie and Kendall with Bruce.
Yep.
And now he's a woman, and she is probably Chris is probably trying to look for
Hooking
somebody
up
else.
with some other guy.
Who knows?
And there's
Some guy half her age.
there's a well-known rumor that Chloe is that's one that was married to Lamar, right?
Yeah.
Chloe is OJ's kid.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's been stuff said about that before.
Well, I think of all the Kardashians, Chloe's the hottest one, and she has a nice ass. I've seen it up close and personal. Like, oh my god, that thing is real, and she's beautiful.
Kim's isn't real. Kim's is like
Kim's is-
implants and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes, manufactured. Yeah.
I guess they travel with their own paparazzi team to take pictures of them and then alter the pictures how they want them. Because when they were down in Mexico somewhere, there's like real pictures of Kim Kardashian's butt, and it's all like cellulite and stuff like that, to where their own photographers like edit all that stuff out.
Wow.
But yeah, I always thought Courtney was kind of like Courtney's the oldest.
Yeah.
And
She's
then,
the ugliest.
Well, I think now because she's getting older, she's mid-30s.
Well,
probably,
even before.
she's probably actually 40 something. I bet maybe now, but in her 20s, I bet she was smoking hot because she always was more natural.
Yeah.
I think the 2 younger ones, the ones that were Jenner's daughter, I think they were better looking.
Then
The Kylie and Kendall.
Right.
I think one of them or both of them are actually pretty good looking. I don't know all of them. So, but the Kardashians themselves, and Kim got famous because she had a sex tape with some rapper, right?
Yeah.
Ray J.
Ray J.
She
Yeah,
dated Reggie
and then she
Bush.
married. Yeah, and then she fucked
Married
basically
3 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Reggie
more than-
Bush. Yeah.
And how many basketball players did she go through? And,
Yeah.
and now she's with
Kanye.
Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she fucked her way to the money that she has too.
Yep.
And Chloe followed the same thing with Lamar Odom, and Courtney's the only one that ever fucked a guy that was not a celebrity already,
Right.
and that's that guy. That's why you didn't know who he was.
Oh, who?
And she actually was married to him for a long
Yeah.
time, and then they had kids together, and everything was going good with their marriage, I
Yeah.
guess, until the Kardashians got their show, and then he wanted more of a piece of it, and he wanted, and then he got, he
alcoholic
got a little bit of
party.
fame, and then he would like go out, he would step out, and she would catch him, and then they went through their divorce and whatever. So I don't know, but anyway, that's all I know about the Kardashians is they got their where they come from, and then how they got famous is by fucking. She was a porn star. She basically became famous because she was a porn star.
But the original was Paris Hilton. She got her dad, witch too, but she had her own reality show. Chloe just followed Kim Kardashian just followed in her footsteps. That's all she did.
Yeah, do a porn tape, let it supposedly get leaked, become famous off of it, and then have a reality show.
Yep.
Well, Paris is already popular because of her grandfather.
Yeah.
Because of the hotels and everything.
Well, the Kardashians were probably popular because of Bruce Jenner being their dad or stepdad, and Rob Kardashian's ties to OJ being. They had some popularity. They lived in Calabasas before. They were wealthy. They weren't hurting for money.
Oh yeah.
Or they're definitely not hurting for money now.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, I just don't get it. I don't understand that reality type, like their show or them like Desperate Housewives shows or the Real Housewives of this or the Real something of that. Or I'm like, I don't get it. I can't. I'm sorry.
I mean, would you ever do a reality show? Someone filming your house, your life?
No, I don't want my business out there. I just,
Yeah,
Not like $10 grand an episode or $5 grand an episode? No.
if you want to pay me, you can follow me around all you want.
Yeah.
But whatever. But I don't live an exciting life.
Right.
So kind of wake up, do some work around the house, do some stuff here, go do a photography shoot, come back, do a podcast once every few weeks or once a week, and go drinking at a bar a couple times a week. It's really not that exciting of a life. It's pretty normal.
once in a while it gets exciting. We have to throw somebody out, but
Yeah, it's true.
That's true.
We get to watch people give lap dances too over there. No names will be mentioned.
Okay. So,
But so then also speaking of porn stars like Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton, you just brought up that that guy War Machine
Yes.
who beat up, almost tried to kill Christy Mack
Yeah.
about 3 or 4 years ago now, I think, is when it actually happened. So what happened originally is this. In Vegas, Christy Mack was a pretty popular porn star.
yeah.
War Machine, his name's actually John Hickenlooper or something like that, I think is his real name. Or something stupid like that.
a nerdy name.
Yeah, he's got a really fucking nerdy name. And he had this whole he was a MMA fighter. He fought in the UFC a couple times. I think he maybe won once in the UFC. I think he lost 2 or 3 times in the UFC. I believe he was on that Tough, The Ultimate Fighter that show for a while. He was never really that good of a fighter.
Okay.
But he was a fighter, and he was steroided out and TRT'd out and things like that. Before they started doing all that testing, he was doing a bunch of shit like that. He also did porn. He became a porn star himself, and he ended up basically stalked Christy Mack is how he met her. He met her on Twitter, and he did porn, so he kind of had some contacts there. And then he kept contacting like her booking agent and says, hey, like I want to work with her. Hey, I want to work with her. And she was already selective of people she would work with and who she wouldn't work with. And he kept going after her. And she's finally like they worked together. And he like pursued her and was saying the nice things and being nice and stuff like that. And they went out on a date and they ended up hanging out for like, they dated for a couple of years. They had these cool dogs together, like pit bulls. They had snakes and like pythons together. I don't know if you guys know, but her hair is actually completely shaved, and she wears wigs like all the time and stuff like that. But the side of it, like when she does her porn, like half the side of her head usually she's shaved, but she wears wigs and stuff a lot. She was kind of not really doing that much porn anymore. They were living in Vegas, and she went to go meet with another producer, director, and she was kind of doing things but not really doing things. And she went to meet with this guy, and I guess she was going to do a scene with him.
Yeah.
At some, like, his apartment. Well, War Machine, all juiced up, found out about it and went over there and started beating the shit out of that guy and threw that guy out of the house. He left, like, run down the street naked as well.
Jeez.
Then he started beating the shit out of her and went and he left her on the floor like bleeding and dying basically. Like he beat the crap out of her. She had she had something like $100 and something thousand worth of dental work done after this. She almost lost her life. He went into the kitchen to get a knife and he was going to come back and kill her. And the neighbors heard him scream, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, you fucking bitch, you fucking whore," all this kind of stuff. Goes and gets a knife. When he went to get a knife, she was able to scramble enough out of herself, run out of the apartment naked, run, and then she ended up running to a neighbor's, like somebody's house, and like banging on their door or something like that. And this old couple, like this naked woman is now at our door, bleeding and beaten up and bruised. I mean, she was just crying and everything. And they called the police and they let her in and protect her. And then he got in his car, War Machine, and took off. And he was found like 3 or 4 days later out here in the valley at some shitty dive, like $20 a night motel, like cockroach infested motel. And he just was, his trial and all that kind of stuff went on, and they just put him in prison for life. So
Wow.
so good, because that fucker's an asshole anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Jeez.
But that's kind of the background story on that. But yeah, that guy, and she, like I said, and a lot of people donated money, like a GoFundMe for her to get healthy, to pay for her dental work. She would fly back to some specialist in New York to do all this dental work, and her mouth was wired shut for months.
Oh,
wow! Because, I mean, it was so bad. If you, I'm gonna pull up pictures of her, but it's maybe a futile effort. There may be some other kind of pictures to pull up.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got beat.
Wow.
Down, dude.
That's not cool. Well, I'm glad in jail.
Yeah, I'm glad he's
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Where he needs to be.
What's that?
So that's where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That is messed up.
Let's see if her pictures show up. Okay, here's this one. This is her in the hospital.
All right.
So that's her.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
That's her in the hospital.
I've seen that picture.
Yeah.
I've seen that picture.
After the attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I've
she
seen that
got
picture.
beat down. And then this guy, this is them together. And he has across his neck, he has Mac tattooed across his neck, her last name.
Wow.
Oh, that clown. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a total.
You can just tell he's a douchebag.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's full on douchebag.
Yeah.
There's no. Let me see if I can just find pictures of him. He's definitely just a.
Insecure a little bit.
And he has this whole thing, then one of his friends was threatening her and stuff like that, and
Jeez.
dude, it was weird, dude. He was he was just a goofball.
Wow.
There he is in court.
Let's see him. Oh God.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, there's pillar of society right there, guys.
Wow. And then Derek Fisher, he got a DUI Sunday, I think it was.
Yeah.
Flipped over his car into 101.
Yeah.
So.
Here's them together before he beat her up. Obviously,
wow. She's really cute too.
Yeah, she's fine.
Oh, she's tiny as hell too, man. I mean, for him being a trained MMA fighter, she is tiny, dude. She's super, super tiny. She's, I bet she's maybe 5'1", maybe 5 foot even, something like that. I mean, she's not a big girl. Let me see if I can find a picture of her, how tall she is. Not a lot here. There's other pictures of her, obviously. So yeah, here's her picture with. This is her hair is always like that.
Okay.
So anytime you see her, other than that, is with she has these wigs on and stuff like that. So here, she's got that wig on.
Okay.
That's cool.
But she'll change her. She'll change her hair color and stuff, and she wears these different things all the time. Here's her in court. So this might actually be. Yeah, I think this is her in court, but she actually probably had her hair. She's grown it out there, but
okay.
It was shaved for a long time. But
That's like a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not. I mean, yeah, trust me, she's not bad looking at all.
But do you like the chick with the bald, completely bald hair?
Nah, I couldn't. I'm not into that, dude.
You Ellis?
Well, someone like her, it can make it work.
Yeah,
but, I mean, there's
I'm gonna make an
exceptions.
exception.
There's
I'm not.
exceptions,
I don't
yeah.
know. It's not. See, she normally has it like this, where it's just this shaved kind of on the side.
Yeah.
That was her class. That's how her look was for a long time. But I don't know.
I could do that, but not fully. So.
I don't know, man. That's even kind of.
Like I said, there's select, select few can make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not a. I don't know. I'm not hair. It just can't.
And then you can become a celebrity dating her.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, see, I just can't.
I can't do that.
I'm not doing the Sinead O'Connor thing, man.
Unless she had cancer or some shit, then yeah, that's acceptable.
Well,
but
yeah,
other than that,
it's not.
other than that, then no, we're not doing that.
There's a select few. I mean,
Yeah.
Very select. Now, granted, I mean they're
What about Amber Rose?
Who's that?
Uh,
There are exceptions.
yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know who's Amber Rose.
Amber Rose, she's a celebrity who she was married to Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, her.
Yeah, she's a little bald model chick.
Yeah, she's hot.
She did some music videos. Had her own TV show now, I guess, but I don't think it's doing that good. But,
Ugh. Good God, no.
I was thinking somebody else.
Not ever.
Let me see. Let's see. Flip it around.
This is probably a good picture of her too, but not at all.
So no. Okay.
Not at all.
All right.
There's nothing about that. I'm not even just nothing.
Right. Okay. So no
Dude, she looks
balls.
like a man here, dude. She's a man with tits. Look at her shoulders, dude. She's got a fucking Adam's apple. I guarantee it, dude.
No.
She's got shoulders on her, dude.
Right.
She's like
someone else.
She's built like an Olympic swimmer, dude. That could be what's his name right there with a shaved head. That's
Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps with tits right there and a shaved head. That is not. That's not an attractive person.
Okay. So we all say no to the balds. All right.
She wears some weird outfits, man.
Yeah.
What the hell, dude?
She was dating rappers. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what she's trying to look like a lampshade.
Yeah.
From the 30s.
Right. Like a snow cone.
At a flapper bar, like a 20s flapper bar lampshade. You don't remember those oil lamps that would have the oil dripping? That's what that looked like, dude. It looked like one of those old
20s.
oil lamps. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of this person before in my life, so.
Dancer in a what do you call those clubs? Speakeasies.
Yeah, speakeasy.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't know, dude.
All right. So no with the balds. All right.
So what happened to your Ducks, man?
Hey,
We haven't talked about it. We've been gone for a few weeks.
You know, the Ducks have lost, unfortunately, to Nashville, so they're out.
Okay.
It's okay. And Cleveland's losing, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah, you were wearing the Cleveland jersey shirt the other night.
I
for
was.
some reason.
Yeah, because I thought they'd win, but they didn't, and I still have faith in them.
They'll win the next game.
They'll probably win it, so win championship.
It'll be done in 5.
Golden State.
Yeah.
Obviously I picked Golden State in this podcast originally, but I think I said a few weeks ago I think in 6.
All right.
So
and now let's just say Golden State wins. Will Kevin Durant's championship be earned or given? What do you guys think? I think it's given to him. He didn't. He went on a super team, made him like a whole lot better.
He helped that team,
right? But I think they could beat. They would have been in the finals without him. It would still have been Cleveland, Golden State without Kevin Durant. I think.
maybe not.
That's today's sports. In any sport, most sports, you put this guy with this guy, and then this team with this coach, and this and that, and every team has a big 3 or a big this or whatever.
Aren't all sports renting players anyways to do the best they can for that team?
Yeah, but you don't think it's like changed the whole league of watching basketball now? Could it be Cleveland going to have next 2 years probably? If they have this core in Cleveland, it's going to be next 2 years. Like it's going to be expected. Like there's nothing's going to be changed because you basically bought the team. Do you think there's something wrong with that?
I mean, how many times have the Yankees been accused of buying teams?
Yeah.
So that's how sport is.
Right.
Sports buy the best players they can for that year or 2 years or 3 year period, and they try to, and it's a gamble on whether they're going to mesh with everybody else and everybody's hot at the same time. So I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
It's
a lot of people do saying that's not fair and everything. A lot of people sports players do that too.
Who's it not fair to? Some other team that couldn't afford to buy that guy?
Yeah.
Well, in basketball, there's a salary cap, so that's just the way around the salary cap. You get 2 or 3 marquee players, and you pay league minimum for there are 8, 9 players on your team. Yeah. So that's how they do it now.
Golden State's a pretty deep team, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like their talent all the way through. They're 12 men or 11 men they have?
Yeah.
Is that how many you said for basketball?
A lot of guys late in their career are smart. They've already made their money, so they'll go take less money to try and get a ring. They have some chances for a ring.
Okay, so Kenley Jansen for the Dodgers just did the same thing. Him and Justin Turner both this last year were basically up for they could have gotten signed somewhere else.
Yeah.
And Kenley Jansen came back and signed with the Dodgers for less money than another team had offered him because he wants to win a championship there.
Yeah.
So is that more noble? Or is it if he would have taken money like what's his name took more money? The other pitcher that went to Arizona, Greinke. Greinke took more, it literally took like $1 million more to go play for Arizona than he played for the Dodgers.
Well, 2 things. One, if I'm an NBA player and I'm sick of beating a team that beats me, I wouldn't join them just to get a championship ring. Like I'd want to beat them because I have something to prove. I'm not going to go join a team that keeps on beating me all the time.
So what team was Kevin Durant on before?
He was on Oklahoma Thunder.
And he was his whole career with Oklahoma Thunder before that?
And they were up 3-1 against Golden State last year, and they lost.
Oh, so they got smoked.
Yeah. They were up 3-1 to Cleveland, and they choked.
Okay.
And to me, you were right there. You had the pieces together. You could beat them. We were up 3-1.
But maybe he felt that team was their best shot. Oklahoma's best shot, and they couldn't do it. because of that team dynamic. He couldn't do it by himself there, and maybe that team wasn't willing to bring in other people to help him. So he took it upon himself to go win a championship.
Take less money.
Winning a championship is very important.
Yeah,
I mean, you are not a legend unless you win a championship.
Right.
Okay, I don't care how good of a quarterback Dan Marino is.
Right.
He never won a championship.
Yep.
So therefore, basically not all, but the majority of other quarterbacks that won championships are better than him.
Even Joe Namath, wow.
Yeah, even 2-time Super Bowl winners like what's his name?
The Mannings.
Manning, the younger
Eli
Manning. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Eli. Eli's won 2 championships, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's not a better quarterback stats wise and stuff,
Right.
or percentage wise, or passing yards and things like that as Dan Marino, but he won championships.
Yeah.
Now, granted, their defense definitely helped win some of those championships, but he did his part.
Yeah. Just like Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw's not even probably even in the top 10 when it comes to stats.
He won what, 3?
4.
4, yeah.
They won 4 in 5 years. They had the steel curtain. They had
Yeah.
Well,
he won 3 in a row, I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the steel curtain. That's all defense, but he was still they had to still score offensive points.
Oh, yeah.
They still
Yeah.
they were still needed him on the field.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But
So you think if whoever has the best team just goes, win championships, just go on the best team?
well,
You
that's
feel like
I mean,
if you win a win, go on the best team.
who's okay? You guys both watch basketball. Let me ask you this question: Who not is the highest paid per year, but who has the highest contract in basketball right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's not LeBron.
No, it's not LeBron.
It's not. I actually know. I just heard the stat the other day, and I'd never even heard of this guy before in my life.
It's not Carmelo, I don't think. Come on, Anthony.
I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah, it's a good question.
It's some guy from the Milwaukee Bucks, Conley or somebody.
Mike
Derek
Conley.
Conley or Michael Conley or something like that.
The Grizzlies. Yeah, he got like
Oh, the
200.
Grizzlies, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
he got like 220 million for like 4 years or something like that.
Well, I said he was the first 200-plus player. Yeah.
Mike Connolly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is him. Let me see. Pull him up here. I think he's the highest. Nope, this is pulled up somebody different. Maybe I should put NBA. He's so not. Is it sure it's Mike?
Yeah, it's put Conley in the Grizzlies. That's put him at the point guard.
Oh, Mike Conley, NBA contract.
Yeah.
$30 million in a season, joining Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, something like that. Yeah, Mike Conley. $153 million contract.
Right.
And he plays for a team that what is.
The Grizzlies. They made the playoffs.
Makes the
But
second round
yeah.
year in, year out. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've never even heard of this guy, and he's the highest, technically the highest contract player in the
Right.
NBA.
so, I mean, to
So
me,
is he worth the money? Is he worth? Did the Grizzlies make a mistake in paying him that kind of money?
I think they did. Yeah, he's a great player and everything. He's a team leader, but I wouldn't pay him that much money because he's kind of getting old. I wouldn't pay him that much money because Memphis is a good team to make the playoffs every year, but usually knocked out in the first round. I don't see them remapping themselves in the next 4 years to be a competitive team to get out the second round. So I think it's a waste of money. They could have gotten someone better or during the draft or free agency. I wouldn't pay that much money for him.
That's a bad contract. That's why the Lakers are just now going to start getting out of their funk because they just now paid off bad contracts. They had a couple years of bad contracts, and then that'll kill a team.
So
you can't get the pieces that you need because you're stuck with this money.
So what Kevin Durant did to go win a championship with a team,
Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. They're gonna win. Is that any different than what your guy did to when he went to
LeBron
Miami?
James did? No, he's still okay.
When Miami built that team
yeah.
with those like 3 or 4
Right.
studs,
And that was bad. Well, how it went down was pretty bad too. But that's what the Boston Celtics did before that. Before LeBron James, the Boston Celtics did the same thing. They had
did the Lakers
big
do it?
three.
And they had Kobe
They
and
had
Shaq
Kobe, and
everything.
they lost.
So, well, they also won 3.
Yeah, and then they did it again with Dwight Howard and Steve Nash, and they lost. So
Yeah.
they didn't make
So it's a gamble.
But-
So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
doesn't.
This time it happens to work out. It happened to work out for.
yeah.
You
for
still got to play
James.
the game. You still got to go on the field of the court and play the game. So
And I think he helped the team. I think game 1 he had 30-something points, didn't he?
Yeah.
And the other night he had
Yeah.
20-something points and, I don't know, 10 rebounds or something like that. So he's definitely contributing to the team. He's not
Right.
there just sitting on the bench and they're going to hand him a championship after it.
he's a hard guy to guard. He's
Well, it's
he's
like
very
six-
difficult to guard.
And
Seven.
he makes that team better because now they have to guard not just him, they got to
Right.
guard Steph Curry. Like, both those guys need to get double teamed anyways.
Yeah,
That opens it up for a lot of other people.
Yeah,
So,
Zaza, yeah.
so it's a smart move for that team
Golden State.
to pay him to do that.
Right.
And it's a good chance for him to win a championship. So, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it.
I think a lot of people do. Like a lot of people on ESPN say it's not fair. Like a lot, like Charles Barkley.
So
like,
when
a
a
lot of
trade
people say
deadline,
that.
so are you opposed to trade deadlines then? Like halfway
you
towards
can
the end of the
trade
season,
whatever you
and
want.
trade. And what if they trade up
Yeah.
to get a rental player just to help them in the playoffs?
Then that's fine.
Okay,
That's
but
fine.
that's
But, I
okay.
mean,
but
I'm
what he did
saying-
is different.
No, but yeah, because he got traded. You don't want the team that beat you. He was a free agent. He said, "I'm going to go sign to the best team."
Yeah, it's called a free agent. He can
Yeah,
go do what
it's
he wants.
Trading. I mean,
He
yeah,
could have gone to the Cavaliers probably.
Yeah, he could have. But I mean, to be you have to if you're gonna say and Kevin Durant even said like 5 years ago when Miami built the super team,
Yeah.
he been tweeted, what happened to loyalty? You know, like I'm sick of these super teams, and he did the same thing.
Yeah, and you realize that hey, winning championships is worth more.
I'm just saying, be loyal. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like
that's-
Kevin Durant, LeBron James, he's been to the finals 7 times in a row, but his legacy would be great, but he didn't stay with one team to win those championships. He had to
Yeah.
go.
Like Kobe.
Dirk
Like Kobe
Nowitzki, Kobe, Tim Duncan all stayed. They didn't won the different teams. Michael Jordan, they didn't won the other teams. That's what makes them different than Kevin Durant and LeBron James.
And players, I mean, it used to be players stay with a team for a long
For a
time.
long-
in a
yeah.
lot of sports. Okay, hockey players used to get traded a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's not so much anymore, but they used to get traded a lot. Baseball players kind of get traded around a lot. Like don't unpack your bags.
Right.
Don't buy property wherever you're going because
Yeah.
you're probably not going to be here long.
Right.
Like you're here for maybe a 2-week, 3-week deal, and then you're going to get traded for somebody else, or move somewhere else, or move back down to the minors, or something like that. Like there's a lot of that goes on. I don't think there's that much trading mid-season for basketball, is there?
A little
Some-
bit.
yeah.
A little bit.
But not big. You're not big name players aren't like trading. most
Not
of the
as
time.
less. Like they did like back in the mid 90s, early 2000s, but
yeah.
nowadays not anymore. 'Cause I think there's those stacks that
And
they don't
football
need
doesn't
to.
really do. I don't think football does
don't
any trading
really
during the year.
trade. Yeah.
It's all off season.
I think it's all off season for football.
yeah.
You never hear about some like running back leaving a team and
Right.
going somewhere else. But but hockey happens a lot. Baseball happens a lot. So those trade deadline deals are big. When the Dodgers got Manny Ramirez on that, that was a
Yeah.
big deal. When they got Gonzalez, and that
yeah.
that was an end of the year deal. So all those things kind of happen to help you in the playoffs. And I don't have a problem with it. This to me is just the same thing. It's just his personal choice.
That's
So-
today's game. It's just today's climate. That's
If
today's
you
game.
if you were going to go play basketball for
Okay.
any team right now, and you wanted to win a championship, who would you go to?
Okay, well, right now I'd probably go to Cleveland.
Okay, but you're a Mavericks fan.
Yeah, I'm Mavericks, yeah.
So what happened to loyalty?
You said right now, okay. Right now, could have the best chance to win.
Why don't you go to your Mavericks?
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
Because you want to win a championship.
Okay, well, let me
See,
back
your
it down.
smile
Hang on.
says it all right
No,
there.
let me
So
back
right-
it. Let me back it. Okay. If I want to play, win a championship, right now, if I wanted to buy Mavericks win a championship, yeah, I'd stay as long as I can to win a championship. But you're like, right now, best scenario, everybody go to Cleveland or Golden State. But if
Okay.
I want to stay, like Dirk Nowitzki did, I'd stay have my team win a championship. If I lose, at least I'd stay, have a good legacy and all that stuff, and not give him the title earned, not given. Like when LeBron James won when LeBron James won his first championship with Miami, people say, "Oh, it was given to him. He wouldn't earned it because he had the big three." I'm just using that example. Same thing when Kevin Durant, if he wins his championship, it's going to be given, not earned. That's all I'm saying. Because the Dallas Mavericks are the last team that beat a super team.
I know.
And
I watched.
everybody else-
Here's the thing. I haven't watched hardly any basketball. I watched
Right.
Game 2. I watched
Okay.
the entirety of Game 2 yesterday.
Yeah,
I saw Kevin Durant actually play what looked like his heart out.
right.
So
And he
that
did.
to
He had
me
a
is
good game.
earned.
Okay.
It's not given. It's earned. If you just like a fan like me who doesn't even know who this guy was before yesterday, in a way,
Yeah.
like I've heard the name but never really knew who he was.
Okay.
Never knew who he played before. He was playing his ass off. He was running up and down the court, playing his ass off.
Right.
He's earning that championship. So when you take your pre-biased out of it and just look at the individual effort the guy's doing,
Right.
he's earning it right now. He's putting up points.
That's where the Spurs got a lot of credit because the Spurs did the kind of the old school way. That team was really built a lot of second round draft picks.
Yeah.
that people didn't take a chance on and keeping guys in the system and everything. The Spurs are the best system team.
Well, you also had a coach that had this history of just building
Yeah.
a system and working that specific system in a way. That's the way the Red Wings did it back in the day with Scotty Bowman, too.
Yeah.
He had his system. They had the left wing lock. They had this whole thing, and he brought players in that he knew were going to work well in that system. Same thing that Belichick does. How many other players have gone that were like, you wouldn't even know, like, nobody knew who, like, Danny Amendola was,
Right.
or the other guy,
Edelman.
Nobody knew who these guys were. Or even if they did, when, like, I think Amendola was on the Rams before,
Right.
and then once he went to the Patriots, all of a sudden he's a stud on that team. There's a lot of guys, they go in and play in that system. He gets them to that mindset change. You're going to play this way, and we're going to win championships, and it works.
Yeah, I remember when Brady came out of college. He didn't play till his senior year.
Yeah.
At Michigan.
Yeah.
He sat at Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't play till he was almost done.
Then 6th-round pick, and now look at him now. Great
And then
quarterback.
did he like kind of study behind another pro?
It was Bill Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, Drew Bledsoe. Yeah.
Oh, he was his like understudy or
and
second
he got
stringer.
injured, and then he took his place in the rest of his.
So he studied he kind of studied under a system under a quarterback before,
Yeah.
like Steve Young did with Montana or some of these other quarterbacks. And they came up and studied and learned the system, and then they were the first heir.
Right.
They're the heir apparent to that role once the other person left or got hurt or retired or whatever. But that doesn't happen anymore. Now you're trying to pull quarterbacks out of college and have them start right away.
Yeah.
And some of them work and some of them don't.
Yeah. It's gonna
A
be
lot of them lately haven't worked.
Haven't worked. Yeah. The guy that the Baylor's got, I'm interested to see what he's going to do.
He's a good quarterback.
He is.
He's a good quarterback.
For North Carolina State.
Yeah, that guy can throw it. He's a good quarterback.
But who's the quarterback in Indianapolis now that came out of Stanford?
Matthew Luck. Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Andrew Luck's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
But your Tim Tebow's didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
Your money, what's
Johnny
his name?
Manziel?
What happened to him?
Yeah.
What happened to the other quarterback that came out of RG3?
Yeah.
Right?
Injury prone. That's what happened
injury
to
prone.
him.
But they put him right in. What happened? What would he be? What would a Tim Tebow be if he studied underneath Peyton Manning when they were at Denver there for a couple of years?
I mean, he was under Tom Brady. He didn't do anything. So
Yeah, I mean, no, he was
he was a Patriots for
Tim
year.
Tebow.
Mm-hmm.
No, really?
He was with the Patriots. Yeah.
I don't recall that at all.
Google it right now. He was with the Patriots, and then he got cut, but he was with the Patriots for a little bit, a third string.
I thought he was with Denver for
Yeah.
portion.
Because he
and
won a playoff game at
Yeah,
Denver.
with Denver.
Yeah,
Then he got traded to the Jets. Then the Jets released him. Then he went to the Patriots.
He's actually a good athlete.
Really?
You can find him something to do on the team. I would put him on special teams or something.
Yeah.
Isn't he with like the Mets
back
right now
kids.
in their minor league
The
system?
minor league, yeah. He's doing pretty good, too.
He hit a couple home runs and stuff, yeah.
Tim Tebow.
Might get called up. He's a good athlete.
Yeah. He has heart. That's what I like about him. He wasn't
Yeah.
good, but he has heart. So I'd take him.
Do we trust Wikipedia?
Yes.
Okay. He was with the Patriots for off-season and or practice squad member only. 2013. So he never made the team. So he just was there for the practice. He was there for the off-season, like preseason, and then they didn't make it. And then took a year off and came back with the Eagles for an off-season or practice squad member
Oh,
only.
yeah. Okay, then he got cut for that.
So he was with Denver Broncos from 2010, 2011, New York Jets 2012, Patriots but never played 2013, Eagles never played in 15.
And that's all he wrote for them.
Yep.
But he's still making
Now-
money, so you can't hate on that.
I mean, in football, a lot of the good quarterbacks come out of certain conferences too, like Pac-12. They throw the ball a lot. A lot of their quarterbacks do, decent and at least have long-term pro careers.
Yep.
Even if they bounce around a little bit, they stay around for a good 8-10 years.
Let me see if we can find his. No, they don't even mention anything other than that. It's just a note for that. Denver Broncos. Wait, hold on. I'm still scrolling down to it. Jets, Patriots. Okay. He signed with the Patriots June 10th, 2013, the day before the team's mandatory minicamp. Signed a 2-year deal with no guaranteed money. And let's see. Some blah, 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 blah. He threw 5 passes and was sacked several times and intercepted once. He went 6 for 11 for a total of 91 yards. And then they said, thank you very much. Have a nice day. He began in broadcasting and SEC Network, Philadelphia Eagles, and then
That was it. And Mark
and now
Sanchez.
baseball career. He's with the Mets, outfielder. And September 8, 2006, signed a minor league contract with the Mets. His first at bat on April 6, 2007, Tim hit a home run, and his first at bat for the Fireflies and his first ever minor league at bat, playing against the Augusta Green Jackets. So yeah, he's on the minor league team for the Mets. So I mean, he's an athlete. He might he should be able to. Are they a single A or are they double A? What's their
former Heisman winner?
Yeah.
Oh, they're Class A. So they're high. You know, they're not. He's still got it. He probably has another 3 years, I would say, of minor league baseball before he makes a team. If he makes it.
If he makes it, yeah. And then Mark Sanchez is still playing in the league with the Cowboys, and Colin Kaepernick is not signed yet anywhere.
I wonder why.
Well.
Because he's not a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He's a good athlete, but he's not a good quarterback.
Put him as backup. I'd put him as a backup. If you can
He's
have
like
Hoyer,
a third string. He's a third string backup.
And Brian Hoyer can make the team, and he sucks. Kaepernick could be playing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. What did Hoyer do? Hoyer won with the Browns. He didn't do anything. He sucked.
Yeah, but Kaepernick was better than Hoyer at one time.
And I think he still is. But
no, because I think Kaepernick's game got found out.
He had one quarterback like RG3 and Vic.
Yep.
So
if you contain that run,
and
then just have a little bit of pass defense, he's done.
Make him throw.
Yeah.
Make him throw. He doesn't throw hardly anything more than 15, 20 yards down the field. Mm-hmm. I think all of last season or the season before, I think his maximum throw is like a 35, 40 yarder.
And he won 2 games that season.
Where did Kaepernick go to college at?
I forgot.
Who?
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go to college?
I think Utah.
Utah.
The Utes, I think.
The Utes.
Okay.
I believe so. Or it might have been like Fresno or something like that. Mm-hmm. He was either in California. I want to say he was in Utah.
Okay.
Let me look it up. I want to say that, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's see here. Kaepernick.
Might have been before Utah joined the Pac-12.
People are all I think it was. I think he was a Utah Ute, but he might have been gone somewhere. He might have gone to. Was born in Nevada or born in Milwaukee, high school in Nevada, and doesn't say Turlock. That's high school, college, Nevada. Oh, he went to Nevada.
What about Reno? Okay.
Yeah, Reno. He was a 2-time WAC Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's the no defense conference. That's what the games are like, 60-50, and no defense in that conference at all.
Yeah, don't they play? Isn't the Utes in there before? Weren't they in there before?
For a while, then they went to the Pac-12,
and then
Interesting.
Trying to see what teams are in here. Okay, so we have Bakersfield, Chicago State, Grand Canyon University. I thought that was just an online university.
They're a D1 school.
They actually had really.
Wow.
They play D1 basketball.
I seen them commercials on TV.
Yeah.
I thought they were like Phoenix.
No. Oh, that's a knockoff out of my CBU alumni. So
they play Division 1 basketball.
Yeah.
Remember Dan Marley?
Mm-hmm.
He's the coach.
Wow.
University of Missouri, Kansas City, New Mexico State, Seattle University, University of Texas Rio Grande, and Utah Valley University. Those are the current members. Mm-hmm. So Nevada's not even in the WAC no more. Weird. Mm-hmm. Affiliate members, CBU. This is California Baptist University.
Yeah, that's my alumni.
They're a future member of the WAC.
Yeah.
I didn't know you went to college.
Yeah, duh.
What was your degree in?
Communications.
Oh,
okay.
Well,
yeah.
This is serving you well, doing a shitty podcast that nobody listens to.
Right. They just start, right? Dr. Phil screwed me over, so gotta have a backup plan. This is it.
Affiliate members. Okay, University of Nevada, Las Vegas was an affiliate member. Somebody went there too, I know.
So now we're Big West.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're Mountain West now.
Mountain West.
All right, whatever. So yeah, that's where Kaepernick's just not that good anymore, and there's controversy around him. So if you're a smaller team in a smaller market, like say like a Jacksonville or somebody down there, like like a team that could probably use him or something like that, but because your market is in the South and more Republican or more conservative, things like that, they're not going to bring a player like that in.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to be a bigger market to handle the media, and that people just don't care. He can go to Baltimore and they wouldn't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
He can be a backup in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Because Baltimore's going to be like, whatever. You know?
But if you go,
he can go up in the north. He can go to Buffalo or somewhere like that. But even Buffalo might be too, because you go to New York, you go to a more liberal area.
Yeah.
Then the media and the fans are going to more accepting
Right.
of what he did. You can't go down south.
No. Yeah.
Which is where most of them, a lot of the football's played down there.
Yeah.
So, nowhere in Texas, nowhere, the
nowhere
Carolinas. He's not going there. He's not going anywhere in Florida.
No.
He's not coming to Southern. He's not going to be a Charger fan, even though the Chargers aren't in San Diego anymore.
Yeah.
They're not going to, he could be a Ram maybe. But
Yeah, well, Rams.
I hope not.
he could be a Raider.
No, we're good. We're good.
That's where he'll fit in. It's just the Raiders.
Seattle, he might fit in up there.
Yeah, well, he had a tryout with them, and they didn't sign him.
Yeah,
So.
well, they already have a running quarterback that's
Yeah.
short and can't really throw that far.
Well,
What do they need to?
what? Disengage for injuries. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so
I put him on, special teams that run back kicks or whatever.
Right.
Use
Or
that,
just
use
kneel
that
in
yeah,
the
but
end zone.
I don't think he's that. I think he's too fragile
a knee.
to
Yeah, they're taking me in the end zone.
take a knee in the end zone.
Yeah.
He's perfect.
He's too fragile, I think, to run. I mean, him running back up, there's going to be players lining. A former quarterback, yeah, we're going to lay you out now.
Yeah.
I think he's too fragile. That's what Tim Tebow didn't want. A lot of people said that he could have been a
Tight end.
tight end or something like
Yeah.
that. I think he's just too fragile from getting hit. He's a quarterback. They don't like getting hit.
Yeah.
Well, Tebow's kind of a big guy, though. Tebow could,
He could take
a
a
little
hit, but that
punishment.
doesn't mean he
Yeah.
doesn't want to. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to get hit.
Right.
As a quarterback, you're protected back there. You don't want to get hit. Anytime you get hit, they're throwing flags on you most of the time.
Yeah.
But somebody like that who hasn't been for how many years wasn't getting hit that much. If you're a tight end, you're getting hit every play.
Every
You're a
down.
running back, you're getting hit every
Yeah.
down. You're a wide receiver, you're getting bumped and bruised every down. If you're a quarterback, you can go half a game sometimes without even being touched.
Yeah.
If you're elusive enough and got a good line around you,
Yeah.
But Tebow did what he did in Denver. Like, I forgot who their quarterback was before that went to Chicago, and Cutler, I think, was there.
Yeah, Jay Cutler. Yeah.
Cutler sucked. I mean, Cutler was a good quarterback. The Denver line, their offensive line, sucked.
Sucked.
So they brought in Tebow, and then he started doing well and won that playoff game
Against Pittsburgh.
because Cutler was a pocket quarterback and couldn't scramble out. So he'd get sacked and have to force the ball away. Tebow came in, was able to scramble around a little bit, and then get rid of the ball. It wasn't because the team was better. He was just able to avoid those sacks.
That's like
But the team didn't get better itself
Right.
until Manning came in. He's like, "Listen, I'm a pocket quarterback,
Yeah.
and I need a good line to protect me, and you guys build that line around me." I heard stories about when he was with
Indianapolis.
the Indianapolis, and he won one Super Bowl there, right?
Yeah.
With them. I heard that he bought his entire offensive line all brand new cars that year, like all Porsches or something like that, or Cadillacs or whatever he bought them. But he bought every single offensive line member a car. So he takes care of his guys, and
That's what Tom Brady does too. Same thing.
I mean,
Talking about the steak dinners.
Yeah.
all
yeah,
that
exactly.
stuff.
You're the protection. You're the one making the big money.
Yeah.
You can afford to give these guys an extra little gifts, and an extra couple $100,000 a year in gifts and dinners and things like that. So Tebow wasn't making that kind of money yet.
Yeah.
Cutler
He never
wasn't.
did,
Cutler
yeah.
wasn't making that kind of money. Not that they were saying they played better because of that, but they built a better line around Manning than they ever built around Cutler.
Yeah. That's like with David Carr too. And David Carr's a good quarterback, but his offensive line sucked. And that's why he didn't last long. Derek Carr, thank God, we have a good offensive line.
Joe Montana was a great
games.
pocket quarterback, could scramble a little bit, but had a great offensive line around him. And then you put Steve Young into that great offensive line, who was a very mobile quarterback, and that's a very dangerous thing.
And now look at the Cowboys. They had like the best offensive line too.
Yeah, and with a great mobile quarterback.
Yeah, Prescott.
Good
yeah.
backfield,
So,
too.
yeah, they got a good backfield too. So that, I mean, when you have a good offensive line that can protect a quarterback and that quarterback can run, that's a dangerous
Good.
thing now.
Dangerous teams.
That's dangerous thing. That's multiple championship winning teams right there. So,
I was telling everybody that when they got Dak Prescott, I said that's a steal.
oh yeah, for sure.
Because if I saw him play in college, that's a steal. He's the only quarterback to beat Alabama twice.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Lately, no, that's he's a good quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we won't have a sophomore slump, but we'll see.
Yeah,
We will see.
Yeah. So, and
Anything else
then
going on?
I don't know. We got some concerts coming up. It's June now.
Yeah, I know July there'll be a bunch of them in Pomona. Like
Yeah.
every Saturday, I know that. And then Atmosphere is playing in August. So
Been a lot
that's
of cool car shows lately.
Oh, yeah.
That Temecula wine, the balloon thing was this last weekend. That's our 58 minutes. So. But we go, I went to a car show up in Ontario on Saturday. There was another one in Chino on Sunday. Like it's a good season. And May and June and July are good car show times. So
Nice.
a lot of good stuff. There's actually, I think it's called SoCalCarCulture.com or something like that, and it's just a massive list of every car show around like Southern California. Nice. So, and like from the big ones to little like cruise night to like some little like burger joint or something like that. They have everything listed on there, so
that'll work.
it's kind of cool because a lot of those have like vendors and food, and like the one in Ontario, like shut down Euclid in between like Holt and almost the 10.
Oh wow!
So it's all shut down in there, and it was they had 600 cars. I heard that in the morning. Wow. I didn't get there till about 2:30 or 3, and there were probably 200 cars when I got there. Wow. But it was the guys that I met up there that had cars in it said there were like 600 cars up there. Wow. And I guess the one in September is even bigger.
Okay.
So, but there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure the Fairplex has some stuff coming up too, and so
LA County Fair coming up. Orange County Fair.
Orange County Fair is coming up by the end of this month, next month. So, summertime, man. Yeah. Get out to the beach, hang out by a pool that's now clean.
There we go.
Thanks to my friends at Havoc Pool helping me out with some knowledge and what to do and what chemicals to buy and how to maintain it and stuff like that. So I finally got my pool looking good and clean and stuff like that. Nice. So it took a little while, but I got it done. So I'm ready to probably swim in it this weekend.
Nice.
So that's about it. So, like I said, Havoc Pools for all your pool cleaning, supply needs, pumps, whatever you need, replastering. They're right there located in Corona. So check them out.
Nice.
And Tilted Kilt and Chino is they also own that, and it's some fun times coming up in the summertime. They got Sunday fun days and some other stuff going on there too. So check those places out. Good chance of meeting one of the three of us there if you're in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So that's about it, man.
That's it.
Quick props to Albert Pujols, home run number 600 on Saturday night. That was awesome feat. Only the 9th person to do it. So I just want to give him a quick props out to him.
Yeah, and do it on a grand slam too was pretty amazing. Yeah. And you were in Anaheim when it happened,
right down the street.
So we were right down the street. So you were kind of proximity,
with like a little kid, he got the baseball and he gave it back to him. So
they interviewed that kid. They brought him up to the booth. I'm sure they gave him. I'm sure Pujols hooked that kid up with their guy. It wasn't a kid, but hooked him up with some signed balls or bats or jerseys and stuff like that. That's usually what they do anyways for stuff like that. So. Hopefully you got something for it. Yeah. It was cool because you didn't ask, well, I want like 20 grand or 50 grand for it or something stupid like that. Yeah. Like we were talking about that back when Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire were hitting them home runs and Barry Bonds and the home run record, all that kind of stuff for the yearly record. And then people were going crazy for the balls and wanting tremendous amounts of money for like this home, the number 72 or whatever it was that, like that was crazy just to. Like they wanted 100 grand for it or something stupid. I mean, just give the ball back, man. Yeah. I don't even know if I got the ball from Pujols. I'd give it back to him for sure.
Same here.
I'd probably if they're going to offer me some signed stuff, I'd take it and then give it away to my Angel fan friends.
Same here.
Because I don't need any of that.
Yeah, same here.
Now, if it's a Dodger home run, I'm keeping that. I'm not keeping the ball, but I'm definitely keeping whatever I can get.
Exactly.
Because that's the team I like.
Yeah.
But I was saying, what if he hit it on the road and like a fan, he hit it against a Twins fan caught it, like he'd toss it back on the field or something.
Oh man.
Well, all right. We'll do this again next week, and then the week after is when you're going to be gone.
Yeah, week after I'll be gone. Yeah.
I'll look into maybe bringing in a guest that week or something like that.
All right.
So that's pretty much it, man. Right. Thanks for coming by, guys.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
We're out.